The last game reserve I visited on my trip to South Africa was Dinokeng Game Reserve. It is situated about an hour away from Johannesburg and is clearly in the middle of a metropolitan area. They have cleared out land specifically for the animals. There's a cat sitting back there, a lioness, and made various habitats for the variety of animals they have. This was my lodge that I had, or my cabin. It was my last cabin in South Africa. It was absolutely wonderful. Dinokeng has the big five, including the rhinoceroses. Here you can see the oxpeckers picking off the ticks, including this one who's actually getting into the ear of the rhinoceros. They have the buffalo, again, part of the big five, elephants. I only saw this one. They do have others, but this one was the only one I was able to see, and he is clearly crossing the road. Again, it's an urban area for the most part. And so the roads are actually very good, much better than in Pilanesberg. This elephant was going over towards a farmland where he's apparently doing lots of destruction. The lioness has just eaten. She's got a wildebeest behind her, and she's quite content. Other predators include the crocodile and a black jackal. The food they eat are clearly various kinds of antelope for the most part. The kudus have it easier than many of the other animals because they can jump the electrified fences. The fences are a couple of meters high, and the kudus just go up, levitate up, and pop down on the other side. There are electric fences throughout the park, which is a little unfortunate. Main food for many of the lionesses, again, are the wildebeest. The zebras are a little more difficult for them because of the stripes. The elands were a favorite food of the San people, some of the original indigenous peoples of the area, in fact, all of South Africa. The elands are quite majestic and magnificent creatures. This old bull has quite a look to him. The rhinoceroses here have their horns, which is different than elsewhere, and I asked about that, and they said the poachers are not coming. They can't come, or they don't come, because of the electric fences everywhere. When one was driving, one has to watch out for the little creatures everywhere. The roads are much better, however, than elsewhere. The warthogs are wonderful, and they are as playful as ever. One of the animals that I thought was most attractive and wonderful while in this particular game reserve were the giraffes. They were so much fun. This one was eating right on the middle of the path, and he would not move, and he stuck his tongue out at us, but also was trying to get the grass. This female went and hid. The men were standing there, and the females were hiding. They were in a group, a family group, and there were little ones and teenagers and adults and giraffe of all ages. And here there is a hybrid mix of giraffe. These two were putting on quite a show. It was almost as if they were choreographing their movements for us. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a good shot, a lengthy shot of the entire dance because I was sitting in the back of the Jeep and there were 5 people in front of me. And so I was trying to manipulate around their heads while watching this magnificent show. It was almost as if it were a dressage movement in places with these two who clearly wanted an audience. They seem to be fairly social creatures, but on the other hand, they can also be very dangerous. So while these two are having fun and are clearly putting on a show for us, they have a tremendous kick, and even the lions will not go near them unless they have a number of lions, because one kick and that lion is sent flying and they are done for. Meanwhile, though, they have such graceful movements and such gentle faces and clearly really love being with one another, although you will see solitary men occasionally. The landscape here, while I was there, was dramatically changing. It was going into spring, and the thistles were coming out. The acacia trees were turning. The earth was coming back alive after the spring rains. And this was known as the Tree of Life, which I thought was a nice symbol for the end of this video. Thank you for watching.